What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 5 things that you should know about the August 3rd Aquarius full moon. Let's get started. The August 3rd full moon is going to be in Aquarius, and also Venus is transitioning through Cancer until September the 6th. Therefore, a lot of old emotional wounds are going to be coming up, allowing you to release them once and for all. And look back at the last 2-3 months. Everyone has literally gone through an emotional roller coaster. We've just had 3 eclipses. You look at all these different things that are currently happening around the world, and this can cause some strain on relationships. But for those of you who are lucky enough to have awakened your partner, I strongly suggest that you remain patient with them and help them out. You've gone through what they're currently going through right now. You're able to help them speed up their process. You're able to help them understand at a deeper level what is actually happening to them and how to get through it at a much faster pace. And you hear this often. I've said it before. During your spiritual awakening, you're literally letting go of the majority of things, if not all of things that no longer serve you. But sometimes you're not meant to literally cut off everything from your old self to your new self. Because picture this: if you didn't live through what you lived through, if you didn't have those experiences, you wouldn't be awakened right now. You'd still be doing the exact same thing that you were. You'd still be just rationally thinking your way forward in life. You'd just be on autopilot. So really take a look right now. That's what's going to happen over the next month. You're really going to be able to evaluate what holds true in your heart. You're really going to be able to let go of rationally thinking as far as, okay, I have to cut every single thing out. And now you're going to be able to realize what truly matters to you in life. The first thing that you should know about the August 3rd full moon is emotional conflict with your loved ones, family, friends, and co-workers. And this is completely normal. Like I said, we're going into Aquarius full moon, and we have Venus coming forth in Cancer over the next month and a bit. But what's important is transmute that energy. Whenever you're getting into conflict with your loved ones, try to come from a place of compassion. Try to come from a place of love and a place of understanding, and transmute that energy into something positive. Because even though there is going to be emotional conflicts all around, most of these individuals are going to be doing this at a subconscious level. They're not going to realize why it's happening, but you have the power, you have the knowledge, you know why it's happening. Therefore, come from a place of love, understanding, and transmute this into something incredibly positive. Transmute this into love, joy, and happiness. You have that ability to reach out and pull that out of individuals. It's just how you perceive your reality. It's how you perceive the different types of situation. So rise above all and transmute this in your favor. Use this time, use this heightened emotional time to deepen the connection with your loved ones. Use this emotional heightened time to strengthen the bonds with your friends. And you're going to see that your friendships, your relationships are going to strengthen immensely. The second thing you should know about the August 3rd full moon is you are going to become a social butterfly. For those of you who are in the hermit phase right now, it's really important to reintegrate yourself back into society. Because think about it, if you're sitting at home, no matter how much you meditate, no matter how much you script, no matter how much you envision, how are you able to have a miracle come forth? How are you able to have an unexpected blessing come forth if you're not putting yourself out in the universe? And this was the biggest life-changing sequence as far as my spiritual awakening was once I decided, you know what? I'm reintegrating back into society. And not only this, I'm going to accept as many offers that come forth, because I was realizing that they were going to bring forth wonderful opportunities. And not only this, you're going to see that It might not be the biggest miracle that's come forth, or else the biggest blessing, but it's what you get out of it. It's the heightened emotions, the love, joy, and bliss that you're going to feel out of these different events, these different situations. That is what's going to raise up your vibration. And you're going to notice as you do this, things are going to be turning out more and more in your favor. You're going to be having far more fun than you can possibly imagine. And when you do this, when you're able to tap into just doing something out of having fun, you're tapping into your inner child. And as you do this, now while you're doing this, think about what is it that you want to bring forth, because it's that inner child love where they want to have something come forth just because they love it. No other motive. It's just something that they would love to have experienced, something they would love to have come forth. And by doing this, you're going to be able to tap into this, and you're going to be able to speed up your manifestations a lot faster than you think. Number 3, the third thing that you should know about the August 3rd full moon. It's about releasing matters of the heart that you know no longer serves you. I'm talking about things, it could be over the past 6 months, taking a look at what you've been able to release, but you haven't done so officially yet. I really encourage you to do this during the full moon. Just write down on paper, I release on the August 3rd Aquarius full moon, and start listing out things that you know you've already let go of, but you haven't formally done so. You haven't written it down. And then here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making out my list. I'm going to be going out into the moonlight, and I'm just going to burn up that paper. And I know some of you are a little hesitant as far as doing a ritual. But think about this. As long as the ritual you're doing is out of good, it is out of love, it's fine to do so. You look, as an example, I used to be Catholic. I would go to church and I would take the bread. Well, guess what? That's a ritual. That's all it is. So don't be afraid of creating your own type of ritual. And it's really going to help release any of those stagnant energies that you have already done the work for. This is just going to make it more official. But really trust your heart. Really trust your heart, and only put things down that you know for a fact that you've released a long time ago, but you just haven't done so officially. And the fourth thing that you should know about the August 3rd full moon is you have the ability to tap into the frequency of transcendence. You have the ability to raise above all and understand things at a much deeper level than others, and you're able to transmute something negative into something positive. It's all about how well you're taking care of yourself. How invested are you in your spiritual practices? How are you able to maintain those high vibrations is really going to dictate how you're able to transmute these low vibrational frequencies into something high. You're going to be able to look above what is currently happening. You're going to be able to see at the core why certain individuals are acting in a certain way, and you're going to be able to transmute this, and that is going to help them immensely as far as their awakening, whether they're woke or yet or not. It is going to help trigger something within them, and you will see that individuals around you are going to be able to feel this, and they're going to be able to start looking at their reality much different than the way they've been perceiving it in the past. And the fifth thing that you should know about the August 3rd full moon is be careful with spiritual bypass and the ego. It can happen really easily as far as having your awakening and then all of a sudden wanting to speed things up, all of a sudden not being thorough through each and every single stage of the spiritual awakening process. And this can start affecting your ego, which is going to start affecting the decisions that you're going to be making. So really be careful and take a look at how you're moving forward. Are you moving forward out of love, joy, and bliss from your heart space, using your intuition, using that guidance that you're receiving? Or are you moving forward feeling as though you are above others? Because why? Simple fact that you have had your awakening and others haven't. Because you're really going to see over the next month what truly matters in your heart. You're really going to see that. Was it your ego that made you decide, you know what, I'm leaving absolutely everything behind and I'm starting completely fresh, completely new? Because what could end up happening it could have been your ego that's going to allow you to make a decision that you might possibly regret for a long time afterwards. So really focus in on, have you been thorough throughout each and every single stage of your awakening? Or have you been rushing through this? Have you been feeling as though you're higher, you're better than anyone else? Or are you able to see others as just a reflection of you? Because that's all it is. We are all one. And anytime you see something, anytime you interact with someone else, that is just one different perspective of yourself. And that ego is going to get crushed. Every single person who goes through their spiritual awakening has their ego crushed. I ended up getting fired. I ended up getting a workplace injury. Therefore, I was no longer able to work out. I used to love working out, but not for the right reasons. I used to love working out just to be bigger, badder, tougher than anyone else. And since then, I've been able to learn the lessons, and now I just work out just simply to be healthier, to feel more energized, to feel better about myself. So really take a look. Take a look at the progress you've been making. Take a look at how you've been making decisions, and really, really evaluate. Is it your ego that's making you do this, or is it truly coming from your heart? And one little practice that I ended up doing, as ridiculous as this sounds, which helped me really crush my ego, is instead of just thinking to myself each and every single time that I had a thought, it was literally communicating with my angels and my guides. Every single thought that I had for several weeks, that's what I did, is I just kept on communicating with them each and every single day. And any time I would sense, oh, that's my ego, I would crush that immediately with affirmations. So really take a look and be honest with yourself, because all that's going to happen if you're not honest with yourself, if you've been spiritually bypassing, if you've been using your ego to move forward, I'm telling you this, you're going to fall, and you're going to fall hard. You're going to have to go redo different stages. You're going to have to relearn lessons. Whereas if you were moving from your heart, if you were moving by the guidance, your intuition instead of your ego, you wouldn't have to do again. So really take some time, sit quietly, meditate, go out in nature, and really evaluate. It's time. Evaluate your awakening, evaluate the decisions you've made, because there is certain individuals, there are certain situations that are meant to stay with you during your awakening and after. And you want to live with that regret, especially those of you who are lucky enough to be in a relationship where it's your energy, you've been raising up your own vibrations, and you've been able to awaken your partner. I would honestly hang on at least until they're done the hermit phase, help them work through it, and then reevaluate things. Because you have to understand, with all these different eclipses, with the full moon we had in Scorpio back a couple months ago, it's been an emotional roller coaster with everything that's been going on. And if you actually move forward out of compassion, out of love, out of understanding, you might reignite a flame. You never know. This person might be your twin flame. This person might be your soulmate. And they were just lessons that you're meant to learn together. And now you're going to be able to grow stronger spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Some of you might be wondering, when is this emotional roller coaster going to stop? You have to understand, this is all happening for the collective. This is happening more for individuals who haven't had their awakening, because most individuals are just rationally thinking their way through life. They're stuck on autopilot. They're believing everything, as an example, the news are saying. And this is helping them awaken the divine feminine. It's helping them really understand who they are, begin to heal what they need to heal, and begin to let go of those bottom feeding emotions, as far as fear, as far as guilt, as far as shame, as far as living in survival mode. And this is what's going to happen by doing all this work, by beginning to feel all these emotions. The individuals who are able to feel it and release it are going to be able to raise up their vibrations. And not only this, as far as you, my friend, who's awakened already, you're going to be able to elevate, raise up your vibration to a level you've never thought possible. You're going to bring forth more love, more joy, more happiness. And the wonderful part is, you're not going to need anyone else in order to feel this. You're going to feel this about yourself. You're going to create more self-worth, more self-love, and connect. Use this time. Anytime you get into heightened emotional states, for those of you who are currently struggling as far as connecting with your angels and your guide, when you get into those heightened emotions, connect with them. Sit quietly, connect with them, and see what comes forth. Because the majority of individuals, why they have difficulty connecting with the angels, their guides, they're always connected to us, but it is up to us to raise our vibration in order to meet up with them. And you're going to see, as you move more and more into your heart space, you're going to discover all the questions that you've been wondering about all this time during your awakening. The answers are going to come. You are going to understand how you should move forward. Your intuition is going to get heightened. That guidance you're going to be receiving is going to become more clear cut than ever. And if you're currently struggling with receiving guidance, just straight up ask your angels to deliver a clear cut message. And this can come in any form. This can come in a video, this can come in a movie, this can come in something that you read. But when you feel those heightened emotions, when you feel that love, joy, and bliss, that is your angels that are communicating with you. And trust, allow that faith to grow, and continue to trust. And that level, that certainty is going to come in. And when certainty comes in, you're going to see the miracles you've been wishing for. The unexpected blessings are going to start coming in. And as you align yourself more and more on your path, you're going to see you're never going to have to go without. You're always going to receive exactly what you need in order to move forward. And it's really, now is the time to start taking massive action. You literally think about this right now. No matter what's your current situation, you have nothing left to lose. What do you have left to lose? Look at as far as society in general. Things are not going to get better over the next several couple of years. Therefore, you might as well start taking massive action. You might as well start taking chances if you want to create that quantum leap, if you want to have that big miracle, that big unexpected blessing come forth. It's just deciding once and for all, I'm taking that first step. And you're going to see, you will be attracting individuals who want your service. You will be attracting individuals who want what it is that you create. You're not going to have to chase them. And as you do so, you're going to continue to raise up your vibration, and you will become a magnet. You will start to attract your soul tribe. You will bring forth the love of your life. You will bring forth abundance in each and every single different aspects of your life. So start taking action. Get yourselves out in nature, guys. You guys have an awesome day. I love you guys. Namaste.